over there. There's a great crowd tonight. Now, sir, you're a Pulitzer Prize-winning author.
I am.
Okay? You've written about Lindbergh. You've written about Katharine Hepburn. You got a new one here. It's called Wilson. This is Woodrow Wilson, right?
It is Woodrow Wilson.
Okay, why Wilson? Why Wilson? Were all the good presidents taken at this point? Why not Polk or Buchanan?
All except the best president, and that's...
Wilson.
Well, Woodrow Wilson, I think, is the most...
Woodrow Wilson, best president.
Well, I think he's the most influential figure of the 20th century, bleeding into the 21st.
Hitler was very influential too, sir. Was he the best president Germany ever had?
Some say.
Some say? Really? Really? A Scott Byrne? What does the A stand for? Adolf? What are you talking about?
A stands for Andrew.
Andrew,
But let me tell you about Woodrow Wilson. This is a man who basically created a domestic agenda that we still live with today. 8-hour workdays, women having the vote.
Of course they had 8-hour workdays back in 1913. They didn't have 5-hour energy back then. They couldn't hack it like we can now.
True enough. True
Okay.
enough. And all our foreign policy to this day, for good or for bad, comes from Woodrow Wilson.
How about for bad? Here's my problem with Wilson. He's a progressive. He is the first great progressive Democrat.
He is, and got elected twice for it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. He ran the first time saying he's going to keep us out of World War I. Then got reelected and brought us into World War I.
Realized he had to do that.
He had to lie to the American people.
Yeah, he wasn't
He did.
lying.
He lied to the American people.
No, he was telling the truth.
Okay.
Steve.
See, I'm a Kaiser fan. I'm a Kaiser fan. No, seriously.
Well-
Hey, Alsace-Lorraine, historically German. Machtal belongs to the Germans.
Well,
Yeah. So you're saying that you're saying that the Kaiser should not have responded for the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. That's what you're saying.
well,
That's appeasement.
no. No, he should respond. The question was, what should the United States do about it?
Well, the United States went in to fight for the frogs and the limeys. That's what we did. Okay? No, I'm not talking World War II. World War II, great war.
Yes.
World War I, huge mistake.
Well,
And Wilson got us in.
he did get us in. He thought there was a moral component that should be part of American foreign policy.
To destroy Germany so Hitler will then come to power.
No.
Was that his idea?
No, the idea was to look after the little nations and to look after the nations that were really just being picked on, you know? And Wilson felt that with greatness such as the United States had comes a certain amount of responsibility.
Well, no, here's my biggest problem with it. Let's take foreign policy aside. Let's talk domestic.
Yes.
This is the bastard who started the Federal Reserve, who pushed for a graduated income tax. How can you possibly defend a man who started the Fed, which is controlled by the Illuminati, and an income tax? This is the guy who's crippling us with printed money.
Well,
Thank you, one person. Thank you. Thank you.
what's he saying?
Yes, there's a member of the Bull Moose Party still here.
Woodrow Wilson, this is a man who wanted to level the playing field, and he thought this was a way to do it. He thought this was a way to make a fairer country.
That's called redistribution of wealth.
It is just that.
Yeah, that is. That's class warfare.
It is.
That's class trench warfare. Yeah. So you think that was the right thing for him to do?
Well, the question is not whether I think that.
What's your book? It's your book. Do you know?
Well,
Because I already said it's not the right thing to do, and if you're not willing to say it is the right thing to do, I'm going to win every argument here.
no, but I want readers to come to their own conclusions, you see.
What kind of book is that?
Well, it's a think for yourself kind
A
of book.
think for yourself kind of book. Okay.
You know?
It's okay. Now, Wilson also tried to get us into the League of Nations.
He did.
Okay, that's the proto, baby step United Nations.
It is.
So he's willing to give up American sovereignty also.
Well, I wouldn't say he wanted to go that far.
Of course you wouldn't. You like him.
Well,
But he believed that we should be working in concert with other nations.
he did. He had this very strange notion that we should all sit down at a table before we go to war, and maybe we could stop it before the war breaks out. You see. That was his notion.
What was this guy's experience before he was president of the United States?
Well, it was academia. He was a college professor and then a college president.
Ivory Tower.
Well, except even there, he was trying to level the playing field within the ivory tower. He was trying to make it less of an ivory tower.
And what school did he go to?
That was Princeton University.
Princeton University, okay. Has it leveled out since then? Is Princeton
has.
an everyman kind of college at this point?
Every smart man and every smart woman, I might add.
Okay, did you go to Princeton?
Yes.
I like your style. All right, what's going to be the lasting legacy of Wilson? Is there anything in Obama that we see from Wilson?
Well, I think there are a lot of things we see in Obama, although I think he could take a few pages out of the Wilson playbook, and that is have more of a conversation with the Congress and with the country, for that matter.
I understand that Wilson actually put the idea of nationalized health care on the table 100 years ago.
Well, this was something that first came up.
So really Obamacare is a discussion that started 100 years ago.
Almost every progressive idea came up with Woodrow Wilson.
What was Wilson's Obamacare website like? Was it any better back in 1913? Because I think at this point, steam power might be better than what we have.
I think it worked better, but, you know, we're going to get this fixed, I think.
Well, we shall see. Thank you so much. A. Scott Byrd. The book is Wilson. We'll be right back.